That's the start of it, crying for laughing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Saturday. Me and Steve just had a moment. He's got all embarrassed. Look at Steve's how pink his face is, isn't it? You're right pink today, aren't you? Oh, dear. Yeah, so welcome, everybody. Welcome to Saturday. I hope you've all got your drinks. We're all drinking. Beer gardens and stuff like that. You not got a drink?
No, it's an empty one here.
An empty one?
Yeah.
See, I said you've been drinking.
What?
Oh. Right. It's getting pretty bad at our house and all over here now.
I see why what's happening was.
She's getting on my tits. She's proper getting on my tits.
She's
just going on. She says, what's the latest one? She said, now, I've got to stop impersonating a flamingo. I've just had to put my foot down.
Okay.
It was them. They did it.
Warriors.
The Warriors did it. The Warriors did it.
I haven't seen Warriors. I don't know what you mean.
You haven't seen Warriors. Right, Steve, get it, Steve, Steve. He hasn't seen Warriors.
Fuck off. Don't come back when you fucking see Warriors.
Clint said he's seen the one.
Change it. Don't never change it.
It's true. We're here to give death a wedgie. That's what we're here for. Did you not get me flamingo joke?
Rubbish.
I had to put my foot down.
Yeah.
You didn't get it, did you?
Yeah.
You did not. You did. Did you think my joke was funny, chap? I don't think chap every signs on in time to get my top comedy. You know. I think they're just.
I prefer that other start that you did. That fella talking.
I can't. It got copyrighted.
All right.
Fucking MGM fucking on my ass. I've been in court again all week. Have you not seen it? All over the show. Everybody's watching this. They fuck Johnny Depp right off.
Oh,
me
shit,
in court
right.
over Outer Limits, fucking doing that for me thingy.
I didn't realise that was you.
Eh?
I didn't realise that was you. Oh, fuck me.
All over. Fucking nightmare. Been on and on, lies in my ears, all this going on, fucking whistling flute every day. Paparazzi, was, fuck off, no pictures.
My name's not been mentioned, has it?
Nope, I kicked you right out of it. Well, you were quite fortunate because your dick burned off, so you're right, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on, tell everybody what happened.
Should we build it up? Should we build the tension up for the story?
No, people want to know. We've got a lot to do tonight. We'll have to get the dick burning incident right out of the way, I feel.
No, I'll tell you a bit later. I'm still a bit uncomfy about it.
You're uncomfy about it?
I'm fucking uncomfy just sitting here. It's hard to sit down like this, you know. I don't know if I'll be able to do it all night.
Is it still bad?
Yeah, he doesn't just go away and day. It doesn't just go, it's all right now.
I thought they all have miracle things, miracle cream and shit like that.
Oh, no fucking chance.
Oh no, not when you've had this kind of dick burnage.
The thing is, at first they said so the top half is okay, but it's the bottom 5 inch you're in fucking trouble.
Has it been cold today then, Steve?
Oh, I tell you what. The dick really doesn't give a shit about you. You're on your own, son. He proper fucked off.
It's your own fault for chucking boiling hot water all over it.
I'm led there in the hospital, and a lot of thought, oh my! But I was that much pain. I'm way past any shame of anything like that. Just thinking, oh my god. The last thing you ever want to hear in a hospital is call the burns unit. It's his private area. Oh no, it's his genital area.
Not gentle, genital.
Call the burns unit. They're trying to whisper like so I can't hear it. Because I'm just at this point, I'm just doing the deep breathing, trying to breathe my way through the pain, like 4 in, 8 out, but like. And that hearing call the Burns unit.
Call it fucking psychiatric fucking unit. This fucking mental.
And all they're coming just they're going through all the things like Steve, what do you want us to call you? It doesn't fucking matter. Just give me more things for fuck's sake.
What do you identify as, Stephen?
What, is it mystery? Is it as a sir? Or how do you just give me the more things? What I was saying, I said, just get me in the shower. I said, because I've come from the shower. As soon as I came out of the cool water, it fucking hits you. But it's unbelievable how the cold water, it nullifies it. It literally goes away. It's like,
yeah.
I'm cured from it. It hasn't really happened.
I just have to stay in the shower for the rest of my life.
Thank God it didn't really happen. Right, so yeah. So I was sat here on this fucking chair. We've been rained off for the day, so it was a bit of a. We got back and had a bit of an afternoon nap and thought, made the most of a bit of a day. Get up and have a brew like 2:30. I'm like a lazy cunt. I've got the kettle right by the side of me because the dirty bastards that fucking live in this house. Anyway, Susie, So I've literally poured a brew, sat there, and like every one of my girlfriends and you have said for years, you'll spill your brew on there.
Fucking all the time.
So I've sat down and it's gone fuck off right on my knob and my leg. The initial pain was my dick, and like it was one of them like one of them weird noises that you haven't got inside you. You can't impersonate the noise unless that thing happens to you. You know that noise that comes out.
Is it the tiny voice? Is it not the tiny voice? When you go, and then this little tiny voice comes out.
No, you can't do it. So anyway, I just thought, fucking hell. And I've only got my underpants on, boxer shorts. But actually, because of the burning, when you look at it now, you can see that's what really saved me. Because it's like above the boxer shorts where, below them, you know what I mean, where it's kind of saved me. But, so I've yanked it off and I thought, right, I'll go, shower's literally just there. I've gone into the shower and I've turned it on, but I know it could be hot or cold, so I'm not too sure I don't want to put hot on. So then I've gone to the sink and I put cold water on. Anyway, blah, blah, fucking blah. And I look, I can see blood on my dick. And I thought, oh, for fuck's sake. My leg doesn't look that bad, but I know the pain's actually coming from my leg. Like my dick sting, it's like kind of, stingy. but bleeding. For fuck's sake. But so I'm into the shower, just go for the cold. Straight away, it stopped it. I thought, oh, fuck's sake. But and then I've got my iPad, I've gone to Goggle what to do and shit. They said, don't put on really cold, not like ice, not ice cold, and just put on cold. I'm doing that. I'm thinking, oh man. But as soon as I come out of it, I'm into severe pain, like bad. And then it starts all the bubbles are coming up everywhere, and it's all going white and bubbly. I'm thinking, oh my fucking god! And because I'm a fat twat, I can't fully see how much I'm coming bald. I can't fully see. Did you
have to have somebody else? Excuse me, can you tell me how bad the hurt my dick
well, no, there's a mirror there in the bathroom. There's a mirror that I can see. But for fuck's sake. Yeah.
Is it a shared shower that you have?
Yeah, sure. Just me and Susie, the opposite lady.
So what if Susie, the opposite lady, had been in, and you'd have had to knock on the door to get her out of the shower?
Oh no, there's one on each floor. There's 3 rooms to each floor.
All right.
There's 6 rooms.
Right. So you've been all right then.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
So if Susie, the opposite girl, is in the shower, it doesn't affect you. You can go somewhere else.
Well, there was really good though at the hospital, like straight away. So I rung the ambulance in the end after 20 minutes. You're looking what to do. What I thought, right, fuck me, this is bad. And so I rung up 999 in the shower. So it's good I eventually got a phone, it really is.
Yeah, thank God for technology.
I've not even opened a beer yet after that one. Wait a minute. So I've gone. I can't get an ambulance. They said just get a taxi. I said, oh, okay, no problem. I ordered a taxi, and I'm thinking, I know as soon as I come out of the cold shower, within seconds of the pain, it comes. I'm thinking, oh fucking hell. So I'm literally at the shower in the last minute, and I just get a towel. I've got a t-shirt on, a towel, and I'm going down. Taxi driver, he's going, oh. I said, no. He's going, put your pants on, I said, no. Take me to hospital, please. I said, I burned myself up. I said, he said, oh, no, I'm not. I said, please. It's an emergency. I can't go in an ambulance. I've got to get a taxi. I burned myself. I was, oh. And it's not that far. It's only a few minutes down the road. I think it's 3 miles or whatever. But the pain was really hitting me. I'm doing all the breathing thing. And then they don't pay on card. A lot of the taxi drivers here, it's cash.
All right.
I'm saying, oh, sorry, mate. I says, I'll have to ring them back. And I don't know. I said, but I've got, he's going, oh, no, you have to pay cash. I said, I don't have cash. I'm not going to go to ATM machine. I'm sorry. So I'm going out with a towel on, going into accident emergency.
When have you rugby tackled you? Give me fucking money.
I'm going through the door. I've got a Nigerian guy, a mask off, for folks. Come on. I just need to get in the shower. So I've got to get in the shower. No, you have to have a mask. I've got get one. It's absolutely full with people in. Honestly, it's well banned in accidents emergency.
How many do you reckon have burnt dicks?
I've gone to the woman and they're doing it again. Right, Mister. What's your name? I just need to get in the shower. So look, can we do the name thing from the shower? So I've set fire to my dick. Anyway, but they were really good. I went like straight in, and they got me to the burns unit. Fucking what a palaver that is! The couple of backward people, or the ambulance drivers, I think they're following me. Like Polish or something like that. This guy, I'm in the wheelchair getting out of it. I'm fucking giving it all that on the wheelchair. Jesus Christ. He says, I've only ever dropped people twice or something. He says, one were today, actually. I said, fucking hell. I thought, is he taking a piss or what? There's a girl that initially got me. So I've got my trainers and a bag. I've literally just got like my phone and a bag and tracksuit bottoms for me. So because a quick rush thing. Yeah. I'm sat on the chair. She's going, here. I'm going, oh, you're fucking there. It's like a Lauren Hardy sketch. She's putting it on to me burn bit. I burned myself. She went, all right, then got me trainers and did the same thing with me trainers. Fucking unbelievable, thick cunts. And so I got to the burns unit. They were all really good and all that. They're cleaning down and they're talking about getting his skin grafted. I'm thinking, oh, for fuck's sake. I said, where will they use the skin from? My backside? Fucking cheeky bitches. No, we'll use one of your fingers and your little one. And the top half your little one. Fucking cheeky bitch. I said, this look better, you know. I said, it fucked off. I didn't want none of it. Just a lot of skin there. Like the dick had proper gone. Like, fuck off. I'm not being boiled. Anyway,
you want me to show the picture?
Eh?
You want me to show the picture? Or not?
What picture? Which one? Which bit?
The picture.
Well, I've not shown anything too graphic, have I?
No, the one that Cal sent me today. I won't do it if you don't want me to.
No, you can. Yeah, I can show it. I'm not seeing it myself, actually. Just... So this came out me... Just show the picture.
So what's that? What is it?
That fell off my knob.
Oh, is it a scab?
No, I don't know what it is. You know, the bandage, I've got like kind of a bandage thing. That's quite big, you know. That's like that big.
Is it?
Yeah. That's not like that's that big.
So what state's your dick in now?
No, my dick's not that bad. It's like scabby. Now it's like scabby, but it isn't. The scalding is the leg.
Oh, right. So it's the legs that's worse, is it?
And when they're messing around with like my groin, like the gap area between your bollocks and the groin, that's what they're quite concerned about. But that's all right.
All right.
Yeah.
Lee says, hi, hot bollocks. I'm always.
Do you know what? I'll tell you what, I can't believe what from a turnaround of like being in the burns unit and being thinking, oh my God, what the fuck have I done? For the doctor being really cool, saying, actually, this is because you're in a lot of pain. It's a really good thing because you haven't done your nerves. So that's them. I'm going, wow. And, you know, one bit is like, you think, fuck, am I being soft here or what? So they bandaged up at the hospital. By the time I've got there, he says, I need to pull the skin off and make sure that it's all clear. I'm going, yeah, okay, just do it. I'm in so much fucking pain. He says, I'm only taking the tape off. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's just
He's not even a bandage yet.
He's not even got to skin. He's just pulling the tape. He says, to be fair, she's done a really bad job at the hospital. The way she's done it, I went, oh. But it fucking killed just pulling the tape off your ears or your legs. Oh. And then they take all the skin off. They burst the bubble and pull the skin off. Anyway, eventually, after about an hour or so, like I called you, didn't I? So about 8 o'clock at night, I said, you can go. There's nothing we can do. Just take cases. It's obviously it's going to be sore, but you don't need a skin graft and just be careful all that. Within half an hour, I'm on the piss in Nottingham with a lot of yardies. Having some white slapper, like doing that thing on me. I'm going, no. You know, doing that grinding thing. I'm like, no. So I've literally just come from the burns unit. I do not need a white slapper grinding on me, boiled knob.
That must have been some seriously hot brew, though.
It just boiled it. I mean, I can't. I just cleaned the bandage now. It's really red and raw and
fucking hell. Because they're worse kind of burns at all, them, aren't they? They're worse than anything, I think.
Fucking
hell.
I mean, it's up there with the pains I've ever had in my life, and not just that, the worry. Like I was going into shock at the hospital. When they're all, I know you're joking now, but when it's talking about, you know, getting your dick and your bollocks skin grafted and there's things like this. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't fully know what's going on. I could feel myself going into shock. Even when I took they gave me the squirt of, what's it called? What's it called? The pain relief.
Morphine.
Morphine. Oh, right, this for a stupid one as well. Are you on any tablets? I says, yeah, I've got like a bit of a high blood pressure. It's nothing too serious. But says, what are your tablets? I went, Rohypnol. That's all I can remember. She's going, Rohypnol? I went, no, it's not that. It's something else. But it sounds like that's that drug in it for raping people.
Is it?
I think so. You got Rohypnol. I lost opposite. Do you mean Rohypnol? I went, yeah. I was, no, it's not wrong. What's Rohypnol? Is that dating drug? But I've got some since. I think it starts with an R. It's got a Y in the middle and ends in an L or something. Anyway,
yeah, it is. It's an intermediate active sedative that.
Yeah.
The date rape drug. What tablets are you on? The date rape drug.
Thunderclap. Fucking, have you ever heard of Thunderclap? I always forget what it's called.
What?
Ace knows what I'm about.
What's Thunderclap?
I used to get Thunderclap. I'm not joking now.
They were a band, weren't they?
Yeah, Thunderclap Noonan.
Yeah.
It started when we were in Cambodia. I remembered it. I thought I was going to die. I was trying to put my pants back on because I thought I'm not being caught like this. I'm not being found dead like this. I'm not sure if it's sex, but it's only that when you have a wank at the point of coming, you get a massive surge of like pain in your head, like you're having what's it called? A brain seizure, not brain seizure. You know what it's called when you have when your brain.
Aneurysm.
Whatever it is, but it's like that. It's like a massive surge of pain at the point of climax. So I'm listening. I'm thinking, what's going on? I'm thinking, I'm going to die from wanking. So I had to pull my pants up and go. I'm not being caught like this. But and I was telling Pete, I says, not just that. Like a few days later, or whatever, he did it again. I was listening. I didn't touch myself for ages. I'm thinking, what the fuck? Anyway, I goggled it, and it's called thunderclap. It is a thing.
That's well good.
John's had it.
Yeah, John. Yeah, I've had it. No worries.
It's fucking weird when it comes on. It's like nothing wrong with you at all. But at that point, like,
Have you never goggled it to find out why it happens? Why you get thunderclap?
They don't know.
They don't know.
No.
Hell.
Yeah, goggled
That's
it.
fucking well weird. That.
Well, can he embarrass himself anymore?
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I've had it like a blood rush in your head.
But it's like severe pain. It's like a severe, like I say, when you think your brain's going to explode or something. Like stroke or.
That's well mad. I've never heard that before. How bizarre is that then? When you're duff, I wonder if it's something to do with your.
I think it's some kind of pressure or. I'm not sure. Not too sure, but it's not good. But
does it affect your duffing abilities?
No, because you're already off. You're already firing.
Firing.
You're past that point of
the vinegar stroke.
Yeah, you're in vinegar stroke. You're in it.
I haven't said vinegar stroke for fucking years.
Where's that come from? Vinegar stroke.
I don't know. Well, it's from. Do you know when you do salt and chucking vinegar on your fish and chips? You shake.
That's the vinegar stroke. Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Because the stuff's coming out the vinegar bottle, isn't it? So you're shaking the bottle and vinegar comes out.
So it's a similar kind of. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I've never thought about that before. That's the first time I've thought about that. But it is. You're shaking the bottle of vinegar, aren't you?
Yeah.
Get it on my chips. Oh, gonna get it on my fish too. Oh, my eye. Oh, it burns.
Yeah, I tell you what, with a burn as well, I couldn't believe I thought nighttime it was going to be really bad, but it didn't fully come on. Because I thought once the morphine goes, I'm going to be in a lot of pain here. Yeah. Because they just said, just take paracetamol and I'm a him. So I kind of did that. But I went to work the day after, Thursday and Friday. But I mean, I was probably stupid, really. I should have just rested because my leg's sore as fuck now.
Louise says, get a rubber ring to sit on. That's when you have pals, isn't it, Louise?
It isn't. No, that isn't. The problem isn't sitting down. It's the. Is
it touching when it's touching stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you won't know about that girl, Louise, being a lady. But you're the old John Thomas. You don't realise how much he moves around until you get something on it. Because I burnt my dick on a whacker once.
It's not my dick really. Like now, as I'm touching it now.
No, it's your leg.
It's the top of the leg. Yeah.
John says the first one I had was in the shower. Thought my head was going to blow up. So were you having a wank in the shower, John, or was you doing?
Yes.
Something like that.
I haven't done that for a long time. I had a wank in the shower. Oh, we're back onto one. Can we go back
onto shit? We'll be throwing shit next. Right, well, now that we've got Steve and his amazing melting dick all sorted out now, that was a good 25 minutes of the show. It was. And that's the first time I've heard all that in detail as well, by the way. We try not to talk about stuff so that we can do it. So I hear it fresh on as well. Especially with the nurses chucking all the shit on his fucking dick.
Oh, not nurse. These were the ambulance drivers then.
They were ambulance drivers.
Wow. Fucking thick.
That's fucking well thick, that, isn't it?
To do it twice.
Oh dear, that's proper like. That's like some mothers do having type shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Honestly, I felt like Oliver Hardy. You know, he's in the hospital scene.
Oh dear, my throat keeps doing weird noises. I talk and then I get something back in my throat. And you talk like that, and I talk like that, and it goes really fucking weird. So I don't know where that's coming from, but there you go. Right, so
Right.
that was really funny, that actually. I know, and the sympathy you got off everybody was just fantastic, weren't it?
Yes.
Everybody, I put it on this to cancel the show because for Steve, and all he got off everybody was fucking laughing faces. But you know, you only laugh at the ones you love, Steve. That's what it is. You only laugh at the ones you love.
Thank you. Much appreciated. I felt the love and sincerity of it all.
Right then, so tonight we're going to be talking about all the Hellraisers and all that, all the proper fucking woohoos from all the 70s, all the classics. So, woohoos, absolutely, fucking, oh God, I can't wait to get to Keith Moon. I think out of them all, we'll start first of all. Who we just start with first? We'll start with
Poll. Oliver Reed won in the poll, didn't it? That we did.
Did he? I haven't seen that actually. Oliver Reed won.
Yeah.
Right then. Well, we'll start off with. Have we started
Turn your fucking phone off, please.
I don't know where he did. Oh, it's right over there.
No, you have done. You haven't.
No, I didn't say I had. I said I couldn't find it. So I've got to get up and go all the way over here. It's only because I'm popular and I keep getting new teenies all over.
You see, Hellraisers back in the day would have just smashed your fucking phone up.
The phone actually saved your fucking dick, didn't it? Thank you very much, Mr. Phone. Because you couldn't ring anybody up. You were in shower when you rang the ambulance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Right then, so O'Toole for me. O'Toole. All right, then we'll do Mr. O'Toole first if you want then. So I've got a short little compilation video for each one. So we'll just start off. Sit back and just watch this for a second.
This is for ladies only.
And so is this, ma'am, but every now and again I have to run a little water through it. I'm an entertainer. That's my job. There are men, women, children, soldiers being killed right now. My job is to cheer them up if I can. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. Tell me what you want. Really want. I wanna really wanna zigga ha. Do you really?
If you remember the film Lawrence of Arabia, there was a famous scene of a charge at Aqaba, in which my face was described by Time magazine as with a look of messianic determination as we charged. What in fact happened was, and this look of messianic determination on my face was in fact a drunk actor.
Yeah. Well, that's not bad.
It's a good thing I can hold this stuff tolerably well. I mean, if I were a yob or a hooray Henry, by the time the pub opens again, I could be one of those cases found by the coroner to have choked on their own vomit. Disgusting phrase! When did you hear of anyone choking on someone else's vomit?
At any time during your life, have you thought what you might like as a final message on your tombstone?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, this arrived in the 60s. I had an old leather jacket of which I was inordinately fond, and it was covered in Guinness and blood and the usual.
Yes, sir.
And I sent it off to the cleaner. My wife sent it off to the cleaner, and it came back. And pinned on it was a large notice saying, "Sycamore Cleaners." Mm-hmm.
Mr. O'Toole. I like Peter O'Toole.
He was quite old when he died. Was he 80?
Yeah. He was really knocking on when he died.
Yeah, a good run.
Yeah. And he was a fucking really good-looking bloke and all back in his day, you know, when he was longer.
Yeah, Lawrence of Arabia. I'm not sure if I've seen the full film as well.
Do you know, I don't think I have. I think that's one of them that I haven't seen.
Possibly, but years ago. But
well, he was proper mental. He was. I mean, he was because what's he called? When I read that book, what's it called? Gordon's Alive. Is it called Gordon's Alive? Brian Blessed. I read the Brian Blessed book, and he ranks O'Toole was the worst of them all. He said he was the absolute worst. And Oliver Reed, everybody, Richard Harris. He said he was completely and he was 81 when he died. Or Jan says he said he was completely and utterly just on it. He was just fucking mental. How do Carlos?
Was it him and Richard Harris? I'm sure it was O'Toole. I might be getting mixed up here. That they ended up buying a pub.
No, that was Peter Finch who was on that one. The story was. Yeah, it was O'Toole. They'd been out. Yeah. They'd been kicked. They're in Ireland, and they were like 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that.
Yeah.
They'd been out on the piss all fucking day. All pubs had kicked them all out, so they wandered into this little town, and there was this tiny little pub, really tiny pub. And they went in, and the bloke was there, like this old fella, and he said, you know, they let him have a drink. So it got to like stupid o'clock, and he said, "Lads, come on, you've had enough." And O'Toole says, No. He says, we will want more. We haven't had enough. We want more. No, lads, come on. You've had enough. So they bought the fucking pub. They wrote checks out. And they bought the pub. And then they woke up the next day. And then I think it was that Peter Finch's mates. And he says, "You know what we fucking did last night?" And I was like, "What?" "We bought the fucking pub." "What pub, lad?" "That little pub. We bought it." So they ran down to the pub to try and cancel the fucking checks. Unfortunately, the guy in the pub, he hadn't cashed it, you know, and he ripped it all up for him. He just knew they were fucking...
Well, do you hear what happened in the end when he died as well, the fella?
Yeah, go on, you tell it. Go on.
Well, they ended up being really pally with him. And a few
years their old time, didn't they?
Yeah. So they ended up being pally and laughing about it. And when the guy died, they go and pay the respects to the family and everything. And they went to the what's it called? The
funeral.
The funeral, and they were at the wrong one, weren't they?
No, yes, we went down. He says we knelt down. He says everybody were all crying. And we went over. He says, and we were really upset, and we were fucking there, and we were all really upset. And we went down. Yeah, and there was a tap on the shoulder. They went tap on the shoulder, and they were at the wrong fucking grave. There was another funeral. Hello, Nicole. His best appearance was on David Letterman's show when he rode into the studio on a camel, then fed it a beer. That's right. Yeah, I know.
I've not seen that.
Have you not?
It's on the outside.
Yeah. He rides in, and it's all. I mean, they'd never allow that. Now he rides in on a camel, and he has the long cigar. Do you know the long cigar holder thing that he had? And he came in on his fucking camel, And then he gave it a can of beer, and he drinks. He lifts it up and drinks all the beer, like, and everything. No, he was. There was one thing. What was it? Oh yeah, that was it. There was one when they were filming Lawrence of Arabia, and he got. Omar Sharif loves O'Toole, Peter O'Toole. He absolutely loves it. He says it was because of O'Toole that he made, because he really got him going with the acting, and he says, but he set him up for a date with what's known, there was known as a sex swap pioneer, April Ashley. And Omar Sharif didn't know anything about it. And when he found out, he went off his tits and chased him around the house with your meat cleaver. It was back then when nobody knew about it, all that. There was another one what was the other one he did? Him and Omar Sharif as well, when they were filming at Lawrence of Arabia, they got absolutely pissed. That's right, because that's what he's on about in that scene. And what it was, Omar Sharif was a bit worried about riding the camels, about falling off. And he said, I'm really worried. I've been doing it because he was a big gambler, Omar Sharif, apparently. And he says to O'Toole, look, I've been working out the odds here. And he says, I've got it to 6-4 that the camel will fall over with me on it. And I've got it at evens that I'm going to fall off. And he says, well, what are you going to do? He said, I'm going to tie myself to the camel. Really? And O'Toole says, I didn't really like the idea of fucking tying myself to the camel. And O'Toole says, I'm just going to get drunk. And Omar Sharif says, no, I'm going to get drunk too, but I'm going to tie myself to the fucking camel. And he says, so when you see the charge, and when he was saying that the great face that he pulled when he was doing the charge, he said, well, it's actually fucking bollocks on this fucking camel.
I don't think I've been on a camel, have you?
No, not at all, no.
I'm sure it's something you remember as well.
I don't think they'd like me going on at camels. They'd probably get the hump or something fucking like that if I went. Because I'm really heavy, won't they? You know what I mean? But, and also, him and Omar Sharif as well, they went out on the piss. They got absolutely bollocked in this little village. And they thought they were in a brothel. They thought they found a brothel. And they went in this fucking brothel. And what they thought, bugging everybody. It turned out they were in a fucking nunnery. And one of his ace sayings about that when he was on about the Messianic fury that they all came out. He says when the movie came out, Time magazine marvelled at O'Toole's Messianic fury in the scene, and asked about it. O'Toole said, "Messianic fury, I was as pissed as a pillow." As pissed as a pillow. Fucking love that. Oh dear.
Pissed as a pillow.
Pissed
as a pillow. Kind of makes sense, but the same.
He was really athletic and all. He was proper, really back in his day. Because he always used to try it on with Brian Blessed. Because Brian Blessed could proper look after himself. He was really hard with Brian Blessed. And when they first met, he used to try it on with Blessed. And Blessed's like, yeah, go on then. Go on, just fucking try it all too, like, and everything, you know.
When you look at Oliver Reed, he was fucking built, weren't he? You want like a sock off at Oliver Reed.
Yeah.
But, I'm not sure how tall he was, but he was a thick set fucker.
But we'll get Mr. Reed later on. But where are we? Oh yeah. Am I on the? That's Saris, isn't he? Who said that? Sorry, I was got me. Oh yeah, one of his things that he did. He used to like fucking pulling pranks and all that. Did O'Toole. And he says the victim of one of his most wicked pranks was a young actress at Bristol called Wendy Williams. And at one point during a play, she was meant to look wistfully at O'Toole, who, by a trick of the lights, he had like a silhouette. You know when they do the silhouette behind the screen? Oh, yeah. So you can just see it like and everything. One night, as she was gazing at it, he undid his flies and he stuck a banana out. So you can see the banana sticking out. And then he cut the top off of it with a fucking pair of scissors and ate it. It says Wendy, who could only see the banana silhouette, promptly fainted on stage, which I totally don't believe.
Yeah, I've done that something similar. It was at a nightclub in Phuket, an outdoor nightclub. That these the first time they're bringing these big screens on, and I forget. I think it was golf on or something. Anyway, I've somehow got in front of this camera, so my shadows on that's it's on the golf course. Whereas the putting, and I've like done like I haven't got my dick out. I've got my hand and whatever. But I've done that silhouette of the thing again.
Do you remember what was the one? Was it Naked Gun? Oh no, I think he first did it on Top Secret when they were in the tent with the lights on, and he's knelt over doing something. And there's somebody pulling.
No, it's Austin Powers.
Oh, Austin Powers, that's it. Austin Powers.
Well, that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, they're pulling loads of stuff out. Oh dear, yeah. Where are we?
I mean, I think a lot of these TV talk shows made them very famous for this kind of thing, didn't it?
Well, because it was all new. I think everybody got away with everything before, weren't they? You know, and
it's almost like pre-podcasts and pre-live streams and shit. What were other people that were all kind of doing? It was
yeah. It was. Well, that's it. Because it was the first time you saw people drunk, wasn't it? Really, properly drunk.
Yeah, they were just really good storytellers as well. That good bloke in the pub could tell a right good yarn like that. Fucking hell. Because it really is. It's how you tell the story, isn't it? I just give an example of.
Well, he was brilliant at that. Yeah, he really was brilliant at that. He was. It's the language that they use. Actually, there was. There's really. Oh dear. Where's it? Well, what's the one? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was one with Brian Bless's story again, and he was saying how ace all Toole, because Brian Bless really liked all Toole as much as because the problem with all these people is they were always a massive pain in the ass to everybody as well. They really were, and. But Blessed said, O'Toole was an extraordinary actor. He said he was brimming with confidence and ability and very brave, if unorthodox. He said, I remember watching him as Jimmy Porter in Look Back in Anger when he saw me in the front row. He jumped off the stage and sat down with me next to a chat. You enjoying it, love? He said, ever so nonchalantly. This next bit's good. Bit heavy going, don't you think? How are you keeping? And then he stood up and jumped back onto the stage. It was 4 feet up from a standing jump, you know. And then we're on it again, like. He was proper. And he really did. Oh, he went fucking. He got really fucking bad. Because he were on piss. His guts got really bad, didn't he? He got really bad guts. Like, hospital shit. Yeah, he has scars and everything proper. He used to show his scars off. He was. I remember saying Brian Blessed, he went to see him and he thought he was fucking dying. He says, I'm dying, like. And his guts were just fucked. And he's had old scars. And he used to show everybody his scars all the time and everything when he was proper fucked like and everything. And he says, he says, I once saw him in the middle of Main Street in Bristol, waving his arms trying to stop all the buses, whilst covered from head to toe in his own sick. How bad's that? You know, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? Anybody else, they'd have just been like proper, just pathetic pissheads, wouldn't they?
That's the thing. It's a fine line between
pathetic pissheads,
amazing characters, and pathetic pissheads.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, and it's but like I said, because
once you reach a certain level of fame, you're a character. But if you're not, you're just some fucking dickhead in the pub.
Some fucking dick. Yeah, that's what it was. You know, because. He was because I remember what was that? There was one he was on the piss again. He was out. I think he was out. He's one who was out with Richard Harris, and they were out on the piss. And they came in. There was we'll go and catch a matinee, you know, like one of the plays, like. So they went in, and they sat there pissed up watching this fucking play. And then O'Toole looks over at Harris and says, "Oh, this bit's really good. Oh shit, this my bit. He should have been on." He had to leg it on stage, and he was actually fucking his own fucking scene that he should have been doing. Which, fucking, oh, God. Because they did all that back then. There were lots of, I'll tell you a story about Harris later on, but they used to fuck about doing all these plays. And really, just proper cock about. Do you know what I mean?
I've never been to a play as well. Have you ever been to a play?
Yeah, I want to go again. Me and Nate went to one a few years ago at Blackpool, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I've never really fancied it. But
Yeah, I proper enjoyed it.
I don't think Dave Allen is known for that kind of thing. Is I just read you that Dave from Serena, right, Dave?
Dave Allen for me, yeah. Well, I don't know much stories about Dave Allen because I mean there are loads.
He's a brilliant. Oh, I don't think he's a Hellraiser though, was he? Dave
I don't know. I've never heard much about him. I know he liked to drink like and everything, but there's there's some of the stuff because what's he called? They used to Blessed used to say he said he used to be a nightmare or two. Well, he'd come in and he always had loads of heavies with him, loads of cronies with him. So if they go into just restaurants and proper fucking trash the place. He said they were proper, just fucking trash everything.
What's
and then,
What? Yeah, obnoxious dick.
Like, obnoxious fucking, just do whatever I want. Really pissed out of his head, and then they just throw money at the fucking, at the the restaurant owner and all that kind of shit. Because Blessed used to be really fucked off with him. There's we had some proper stuff where is it here? There was what's it saying here? It was that's right. He says he came in a single for main carpets, everything he chucked all over the show. Tapestries were torn off walls, paintings and all this lot. And the distraught old lord who owned this house where they were begged him to do something. So Blessy went up to him and said, "Stop this, O'Toole!" And then he turned, did O'Toole, and looked back at him. And he says, "Stop this, do you hear me?" And he says he raised his leg to knee me and froze like a statue. And Blessy said, "You try that, Peter, and I promise you won't be able to walk for months. You can kiss your acting career goodbye." And then O'Toole said, "You're a miserable fucker, Blessed," and walked out because he knew that Blessed had fucking twat him, because he was a rough fucker, was fucking Brian Blessed. Because he didn't drink, did Blessed, for that reason. He said, because when I had a drink, I got pissed and I turned really fucking nasty and I fucking hated myself. He said, so that's it. I packed that in then. Because he did say, he went up to Oliver Reed, did Brian Blessed as well. Oliver Reed came up and everybody and all the acting crew were all a bit worried and they were a bit fucking frightened of Oliver Reed. And he said, look, you've got to do something like, he's being really obnoxious and going up, and being Oliver Reed like and everything. So fucking Blessy went up to Oliver Reed, grabbed hold of him, and he said, if you fucking do any of this shit, you turn up pissed, you fucking annoy anybody and frighten any of these people, I'll knock your fucking head off. Do you understand? And he said he was really, really well behaved after that. I love Brian Blessed, he's fucking head. Sorry, Janet says, one of his quotes, the only exercise I take is walking behind the coffins of friends who took exercise.
That's good.
I think it was Richard Harris and Peter O'Toole used to go to the pub across the road during the play they were in while they were on stage. Yeah, well, that one. Since it's both, and I'll tell that story. Do you know that one? Yeah, they were doing a play, both of them together. And what it was, there was like a 20-minute period where neither of them were on stage. So what they'd do, they'd leg it out the fucking theatre, leg it into this pub, and then fucking neck as many fucking drinks as they could in this 20. You only had like 20 minutes. Neck as many drinks as they could down at that time. Anyway, he says this one afternoon we'd been on it like, and we were drinking, and we got carried away. We were telling old stories, having a right good crack. And then the producer of the play came in and said, "O'Toole, Harris, the stage is waiting for you. It's your cue to come on, and you're not there." And Harris says, so quickly, we finished the drinks. I fucking love that. They finished the drinks and then ran back. He says, we were darting in and out of traffic trying to get back to the theatre. He says, I got back into the theatre, just hearing my cue over the tannoy light. He says, so I ran round the back, came on for the back of the stage, came running on stage, tripped over a fucking cable. He said, I went sliding right all the way along to the edge of the stage, right down, and then head first into this old woman's fucking lap. There were all these old women sat at front like, and I landed in her lap and probably looked up like, all right, love. And she goes, "Oh my God," she shouted, "Harris is drunk." And Harris says, "You think I'm drunk? Wait till you see O'Toole. He's fucking plastered." That's just, oh, fuck me. Just a thing to do that on a fucking.
I mean, it's not big and clever, but it is funny, isn't it? It is funny.
Yeah, I mean, they were just fucking. Oh, and I think that it was all that then. It was. You could just do it back then, couldn't you? Because it was all new, I think, weren't it? It was all fucking. Yeah. So.
Right, who's next then? So we done O'Toole, have we?
Yeah, he died in 2013 at O'Toole, at the age of 81. He was unrepentant until the end, even allowing himself a pint of beer now and then. A few years before, a BBC interviewer asked if at his advanced age, he said, "Have you any message to pass on?" And he said, "Keep smiling through," he sang, as he raised his last glass of Guinness. Fucking hell, yeah. Yeah, so that was Mr. O'Toole. I think it was Richard Harris. Yes, go on, then we'll do Richard Harris then. So I've got a video of Mr. Harris here. Sit back and enjoy this.
We were children of the war. We came from the war. We wanted to grab life like that while it was there because we saw too much death. We read about too much death. Let's drink as much as we can. Let's have as much sex as we can. Let's have as much relationship with women as we can. And whatever other enjoyment is out there, let's grab it. Let's make life a festival of total abandonment and do what we like because it could end tomorrow.
Mr. Harris, politeness toward one side.
Yes, you've been ignoring it.
I can't help noticing that.
Well, mention it. Everybody else is worried about it.
Well, I can't help noticing that a lot of your face is not injured.
Does the king think that God can be bought with gold, trinkets, and gilded rubbish?
We were the greatest copy in the world. I mean, I couldn't fart. If I farted in the West End, it became a hurricane in Fleet Street. I came to England first in 1954, looking for a bedsit, a room to sleep in, going to my academy. And outside the Earl's Court tube station, there was a little tobacconist and paper shop, and they had to have a board, a glass filled-in board with rooms for rent. And I saw one for 30 shillings a week. And it said, "No Irishman or black need apply." And I took my jersey and I put it down over my hand like that. And I put my hand right through the glass. And I took it out and I kept it for the rest of my life. That's how we were treated here in 1954. That would cause me demons. That would cause me anger.
Pheasants. Let's shoot some pheasants. 10 shots. And let's say $1 a pheasant. I'll shoot for the Queen and you for, well, whomever.
Are you violent, Richard?
Only when I'm picked on. No, I don't. Well, yes.
He said, "Well, would you like?" He said, "I think it's wise. Why don't you just have a last confession? I'll give you the last rites and you'll feel at peace." I said, "I'm at peace already. I'm at a wonderful time in my life." I said, "Father, do you want to hear my confession?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Pull up a chair because you're going to be here for hours." I said, "And I promise you this," I said, "Father, by the time you hear my full confession, you will wish that you hadn't taken the vow of celibacy. You would love to have had my life." He said, "Well, let's do a general confession. Are you sorry for your sins? I am." And you ran out the door.
That's pretty much about right, that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that war thing might make a big difference between the mentality of people, like going through all that kind of thing where you go, fuck it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I always think that's good to have.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. Because I think that when they come out of all that, of everything that had happened, they were so fucking, like I said, death and all that. Like, everybody had that fatalism, weren't they? Where, you can die tomorrow. You can die of anything.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck it. You know what I mean? There was just that fuck it attitude, weren't there?
I think it's the right attitude to have. Really do. What's the point in it? Because we're all going. We all end in the same place. And I mean, does it make what difference does it really make? But it's just nice to sit back and look back at your life and not have regrets and like think of funny stories or think of. It's better to do that. I'm thinking, I wish I'd have. If I'd have only, I'd hate to have that attitude.
There is, but I mean, there's different ways. There's different ways of looking at it, though, isn't there? Don't forget, there's a single man's life, and there's then the man's where he has kids' life, where then you think of your kids. You know what I mean? Like that. There's two different aspects. Tit and bum tabloids here. And the reason they put up those cards is because the Irish helped the Nazis during World War II, allowing their submarines to restock off the coastlines. And all. Yeah, not every fucking Irishman did tit and bum tabloids.
No, it's saying the reason why they put the cards up.
Well, what about the blacks then?
No, he's saying the reason why they put the cards up. He's not saying it's.
Oh, right. All right. Oh, yeah, fair enough then. Yeah, fair enough then, bud. Fair enough. It's, but yeah, well, I said, yeah, well, yeah, fair enough is that. Have you ever heard any of these geezers? Did you two not play out at kids? I've only seen about 3 films. Come on, Lordy. Oh, my God. You've never heard of Glitching Out? Oh, dearie, yeah. But
he's pissed.
Is he pissed? You reckon that's what it is?
Yeah.
But no, but yeah, I totally agree with that. The war thing was definitely a thing, and I think that was a massive thing that had so many. Because he was always fucking fighting with Harris all the fucking time. He was scrapping. There was one, and then he was like he said though, because the press started to get hold of this stuff then as well when they were all, like fucking about and proper on it. He was like. They suddenly realised, this makes really good stuff, doesn't it? Because what was the one with Sammy Davis Jr., wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, he definitely is. If you're right, I'm not like that.
Yeah, definitely. Lordy, you're well pissed. There's no two ways about it.
To this, I'll look, just right, I'm not. If you fucking speed spread, anyway.
But yeah, he got one with. I think he was in trouble with. He was on the papers. He was in a fight at Sammy Davis Jr. gig, wasn't he? And he said that he set about this bloke. What actually happened was he talks about in his interview, which is his side of the story, of course. But he was saying I was there watching the Sammy Davis Jr. thing, and then this bloke started giving Sammy a load of grief. And he said he would call him a yid and all this lot, and saying you're a nigger like and all that, call him in all them words and everything. And I said, oi, we just pack it in. He said, we're enjoying the show here. Anyway, this cockhead wouldn't shut up. Kept going on and on. So he says, I think, what did he say? He said on the interview, so I took the law into my own hands and hit him with it. Yeah. But, no, he was fucking scrapping all the time. Because there's a few that he turns up on the interviews where he's cut all over his show. But... yeah, because what was it? I think it was this Sporting Life. I think was the film that made him big, wasn't it? That was his big fucking film.
the rugby film.
Yeah, because he wasn't poor either, was he? He wasn't a poor bloke.
He came from quite a decent family.
Yeah, they had all flour mills and all that kind of stuff, didn't they? And apparently, because he was, I think it went. They said that it went. One of the stories that he was a rat catcher or something like that. And basically, what he was that shit down on back at his dad's business, like and everything. He said, "Come on, I've got a job for you," and he used to go out and he had to go chasing rats with a fucking stick because pretty much that's all he would fit. He didn't want to do it, you know what I mean? Because he did all his learning after, because he nearly died, didn't he? He got TB, didn't he?
Yeah,
and he got TB
3 times.
Yeah, and he got TB. And then that's when he started to study all about acting and stuff like that. And then he says, I was really like fucking. He says about he says that's when you about your friends. He says at first you get like 100 friends coming to see you, and then a few months later you'll get about 20 friends coming to see you, and then a few months more later than that you get about 3 friends coming to see you, and he says after that you're on your fucking own. And he said I used to look up and I used to make characters out of the light bulb, and he used to look at the light bulb and make all characters out of it and do actors and do all voices for it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, just all, and
well, that's the thing. I mean, I when I was in the hospital the other day, how much hospitals have changed from that. When I was a kid with a broken arm, I was in there for a week. It's very similar to being in prison. long periods of time where you can't do anything. It's just a lot of nothing going on. But nowadays, you get screens over and you got on YouTube and
everything.
It's a completely different world for.
Well, that's the thing, though, isn't it? Because I mean, it's good for that because the hospital's not a good place to get well, is it? If you haven't got, your state of mind. You know what I mean? What's it called? Tittenbum says anti-Irish and race-based conflicts are very different things historically. Let's face it, most of us have Irish granddaddies and nans. Yeah, I'm half Irish. My mum was Irish. My grandma.
My great grandparents are Irish.
Yeah. No, it's probably true. Is that Tittenbum? I love Tittenbum tabloid. I love that name. That's it. Yeah, it's very true. Is that, pal? Well, we're from all sorts, aren't we? But but I mean,
we've never seen Tittenbum tabloid. It is good.
No. If that's your first time we've seen you that, so if you're new to the show, welcome aboard, Mr. Tittenbum tabloid. You're very welcome, sir. Some good points there. Oh, I'll pull some invites as well if anybody wants to come on.
I do like a good funny name on YouTube.
Yeah, I know. There's some really good names, isn't there? But because going back, because Irish is obviously Irish, but O'Toole was actually from Leeds, wasn't he? Peter O'Toole was actually from Leeds. Yeah, he's of Irish descent, obviously, but he was actually born in Leeds. Yeah, but because what's it called?
He gets confused on it because the O'Toole and the Harris connection. But really, O'Toole's quite very English spoken, isn't he?
Yeah.
Because Harris is a typical
proper
W.
Because you hear the story about when Harris had been kicked out of. That's weird as well. Have you ever seen him on interviews where he calls himself Harris in the third person?
Oh no, that's weird. I don't like that.
Yeah, he says, and then Harris, he's telling a story, and then Harris comes in. It's like, why would you speak like that? That's really weird. He said, I came in, and then Harris comes in. It's like, you're a fucking proper mental. He has that proper fucking Irish fucking mental thing going on. Do you know, that switch? You can almost see.
You know what they remind me of? A lot of these characters, gingers. Do you know what I'm?
When they get pissed and aggressive. Yeah.
It's just very gingery.
Jesus is here. Hello, Jesus.
Hi, Jesus.
Evening. Did they manage to sew them back on, Steve? Never seek pleasure from a food ninja. Hope that's a lesson learned. Oh, you've missed all. Jesus, you've got to go back and watch all the beginning. He goes into it in length and it's fucking well funny. You've got to watch the beginning after Jesus. It's proper piss funny. But, a story and all about Richard Harris. Fucking hell. So this actually, Janet, if you're listening, this kind of reminds me of something my dad would do. My dad had this peculiar type of fucking weirdness. So he'd been out on the piss, been total fucking like Richard Harris all over the show, got booted out of all.
Can I just stop you there? Was his dad? He's very like these characters. When you watch them, think, it reminds me of Was his dad.
yeah, just a fucking bit, yeah. And so he'd been out on the piss, got kicked out at fucking hotels. That's it, get the fuck out. So we thought, right, where can I go for a drink? I can't go anywhere for a drink round it. I think it were all the Sunday hours perhaps as well, because he couldn't get a drink anywhere. And he thought, I know, I'll get on a train. I can get a drink on a train. So he's in London, and he got on a train, and then got pissed. And then the train ended at Leeds. So it stopped off at Leeds, and they said, right, you'll have to get off. That's as far as train goes, like. He said, so I'm wandering around Leeds about 1 o'clock in the morning. I haven't got a fucking clue where I am. He said, I looked up to this house, and I saw a little light at the window. He said, so I started getting pebbles. I'm throwing pebbles up at the window. And this woman come out and says, what do you want? And he says, can I come in for a drink? And she said she recognised me, and I said, yeah. He said, so I went in for a drink, and I stopped there 4 fucking days. He says, I don't remember anything about it until I remember that bit. I don't remember anything about it. And that's so something like what my dad would do. My dad would do daft stuff like that. I'm sure Janet's laughing away going, fucking right, yeah. Yeah, but he was just fucking, he really was. What else though? So that's right. Yeah, and yeah, because I think they did something else happened with that. Oh yeah, that was another one. Well, yeah, I'm sure something happened with that family where he coming to some. Was he coming to some money? And his mail had got sent to them. Got sent to to that family where he stood because for some reason he'd given that out, and then they came down and then gave him all this fucking mail about some money that he'd come into or something like that. He was really weird, but he was proper. You can imagine because he used to fall out all the time and all. Who was it with? Oh God, that's funny. Yeah, there's a story that he was once he was in this play in Macbeth. And he had to play this doctor. He was like when he first started type thing.
Said that.
And the actor who played it was
Scottish
a real
player.
Yeah, the Scottish player. Sorry, Steve, the Scottish player. Yeah, and the actor who played it, he was a right fucking arsehole, and he proper didn't like the Irish. He was a right racist prick, and he was really. It's funny though, because he says he was really racist, and he said all he thought that I was fit for was stand there holding a spear. You can't say that he's racist, and then you say you're just good enough to hold a spear. And then he says so. He was really rude to fucking Harris. And in the middle of this play, because Harris only had one little line, he said I had one line. In the middle of this play, the Queen dies, and he has one line, and the King shouts at Harris, "How goes the Queen?" And Harris has to reply, "My lord, the Queen is dead." And that's it. And then the actor gets to go on and do this great big fucking speech that there would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, not and tomorrow to tomorrow. Creeps in this petty pace from day to day. To the last syllable, Rickety goes on forever. All this big fucking speech. Anyway, so it comes to opening night. And then he's coming up to the part. And Harris thought, right, I'm going to fucking get you, you bastard. So he says, I wait for it. And it comes on the cue. And he shouts over to Harris. He thinks, I'm going to get my part. The actor's like, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get to my part. I'm going to be fucking ace. And he comes on and he shouts over to Harris, how goes the Queen? And Harris said, she's fine. She's all right. She's absolutely fine. Don't worry. She's made a full recovery. She'll be up and out in about 10 minutes. She's absolutely fine. And he says, as I'm saying this, I'm walking back out towards, no, she's fine. I'm walking back. And taxi! He says, I knew I'd been fired. I knew I'd been proper fired. And he said, that was it. He says, but I fucking got him back for that one.
Yeah, it is still live, Louise, by the way. I don't know why you wouldn't think it is.
Who?
Louise is confused whether this is live or not.
Why would you not think it's what? Steve's padded cell is looking tidy. The meds must be working.
Yeah.
You've done a good job there, actually, Steve, I think. Especially the interior lighting, Steve. I like how you've done that, actually. It's really poshed up well. Especially the writing at the back, where it says some kind of writing at the back of it.
I'm surprised that the Wi-Fi works in here, because it's all...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I was a bit worried about that, because I thought, was he going to start giving me some shit if he doesn't fucking...
He's still smiling through the pain, pulsating from his untethered nads. It's actually his dick, Jesus. We found out it's not his nads, it's his dick. I actually knew it was a dick, but I put bollocks because I thought bollocks were funny. I thought burning your bollocks off was funnier than burning your dick.
Well, no, I've got my bollocks as well a bit, but it's just not like, how can I put it? The scabbing is on my penis.
Yeah, we've actually showed a picture as well, Jesus, of the scabbing as well. Well, the bit that came off his dick. I'm assuming it is really. Anyway, back onto Harris. He also had a falling out with Kirk Douglas as well. And he said later on, because he was in a presentation through for Kirk Douglas, and I don't know whether he's being really polite, but he was saying how much Kirk Douglas was to him. But Kirk Douglas went up to Harris and said, are you going to be as difficult as they say you are? And then Harris said to him, are you going to be as big as bastard as they say you are? And then that was all like fucking how he set off with that one, fucking. You could just imagine. He fell out with Marlon Brando as well, didn't he? Fucking, where was it? Was it the Guns of Navarone? Was that the one?
Really?
Oh, no, sorry. No, that was with Gregory Peck when he was...
He looked hard work, didn't he? But he... Godfather fucker.
Yeah, Brando, yeah. But it was... it was when they were on Mutiny on the Bounty. And Brando's in one scene, Brando's character Fletcher Christian strikes Mills that Harris played. On the first take, Brando's attempt was a damp squib, and Harris responded with a mock curtsy, but Brando didn't get the joke. After a similar effort on the second take, Harris thrust his chin forward and said, "Come on, big boy, why don't you fucking kiss me and be done with it?" Harris kissed Brando on the cheek, hugged him, and asked him to dance. Fucking Brando fucking stormed off the set. It's just, you can just imagine him though. He's that fucking, you know, pissed up fucking Irish fucking, and he's ginger in it, let's face it, he's proper fucking ginger like as well, isn't he? So, yeah. He also didn't like Michael Caine. As Steve chafed his putter, he certainly has, Tittenbum. If you watch the beginning of the show, Tittenbum, you'll get to hear about old Jesus's Steve's doings. It's quite a story, actually.
Chafed his putter?
Chief chafed his putter. I once knew a lad at work who got the end of his knob caught on the conveyor. Somebody soon put a no entry sign on the conveyor. The thing is, we're talking about all the Hellraisers right now, and everybody wants to talk about your dick, Steve. It's your perfect penis, Steve. That's what it is. That's what it is. It's perfect penis. Yeah. Can I suggest cold natural yogurt, Steve? No pun intended. Chafed his putter. Well, he's on the mend now. Well, you can always stick your dick in yogurt, though, I suppose, just for crack, really.
Pretty sure I have done.
Right, I'm going to go for a quick piss. Just excuse me while I go for a wee way. I've been holding on, actually. We'll do Mr. Reed next.
I mean, he's come out as number one. He's probably he's the best at being a Hellraiser, I guess, in a way, in a annoying fucking tight way as well, weren't he? Oliver Reed. Is it not Shirley MacLaine who poured the drink over him? Oh God, what's she called? I'm getting more natural yogurts for me knob. What? Never heard of that.
Eh? All right.
Natural yogurts. What does that do?
Oh, it'll cool the penis, won't it, Steve? Cool the skin. Also, if you get a big pot of yogurt and then cut a hole in the top, you can shag it. You ever tried shagging yogurt?
I think I've used it as a lubricant. Shirley Winters.
Oh, Shelley Winters. Shelley, innit? Is it not Shelley? It's not Shelley Winters. Shelley Winters, innit? She was on the Poseidon Adventure, weren't she? Right, come on, I'll put our thing on for... go on for Oliver. Here we go, Oliver. So we're doing Mr. Reed.
Why do you drink? Because the finest people that I've ever met in my life are in pubs.
I was on a chat show in America, and I was on with Shelley Winters, who never keeps her mouth shut at all. Before I went on the show, the producers said, "Listen, she's probably going to talk all the time, so, tell her to be quiet if you want to."
See you a resident here in Guernsey.
That's right.
Met again. Very kind. Mr. Reed, thank you.
You have a tattoo in a very unusual place.
Yes, on my cock.
Flow.
Stop tittering, girl.
Bangy, bang, 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 bang.
Go on.
I pulled your missus.
I was known as a wild one by all the folks around. I was known as the wild one. Because you swore tight, close to walk by the other guys.
Kenny, give me some jump music. Give me some jump music. Ken, give me some jump music, and I'll see you on this next.
All they need from an actor is for an actor to be an entertainer. And that's all I try to be throughout my life. Sometimes I do it for a little money, and sometimes I suppose I do it for more money than people should ever conclude that I should earn. Until such time as that system changes, I will continue to make films with Glenda Jackson. Besides that, she's got great knockers.
I was the best because the crowd loved me. Win the crowd, and you'll win your freedom.
Good old Ollie. We all love Ollie, don't we? He's fucking... I mean, a lot of time, you know, he totally knew what he was doing, didn't he? You know, he did. He properly did.
Some of the time, I wouldn't say a lot. But he's playing to it, obviously.
No, he's playing to it, you know, that's what I mean.
Good
He's
evening,
playing
Mark.
to it. Hi, Mark. Good evening, pal. No, he played, that's what I mean. He played up to it. He totally knew what because that, he said...
That wow one, I don't like watching it. And whoa, there's a twat there.
Yeah, oh, he does. I mean, when he came on with but they set him all up for it because they plied him with loads of fucking drink in the green room. You know what I mean? But there's one bit where he really gets into it though, and he goes, "Whoa, that!" and he gets straight to it. I think that's fucking pretty good. That. Oh, sorry, Janet. He said, "I'm not a villain. I never hurt anyone. I'm just a tawdry character who explodes every now and then." Yeah, well, see, he loved the pub. He absolutely fucking loved the pub. And he said many a time, I'll just fucking, I act basically so I can drink, so I can go to the pub. He said, I love, because that's where he used to shine in there. He used to love it. He used to go in and meet all the working class people. And apparently, he felt quite embarrassed as well about how he got his money. So he'd always buy the rounds, you know, like get the beer in all the time, like. But he used to fucking love the pub. But that was his big thing, you know what I mean? But,
Well, he's right.
No,
that's where the honest characters are. It's like there's no bullshit in the pub, really. A lot of it's like this in the YouTube world. People giving you're a nonce, you're there. All this kind of absolute nonsense that goes on YouTube. In the pub, in the real world, you start talking like that. You just put in your place.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Being a fucking dick. Yeah. You don't get away with it in real life, in the real scenario.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Like say, you know, you get all this political walk shit. How long do you reckon walk could last in a pub?
Yeah, that's why none of that exists in the real world of the pub.
No. Yeah, that's
this
exactly
is
true.
YouTube shit of there's a trans in it. No. Whenever a trans comes in, you'll have the crack and the banter about it. It's perfect. Or whatever these things are.
Yeah.
What people are against, the racism, the gay thing, the whatever. It's all banter in a pub and everybody just gets along with it. We're all fine with it. We take the piss out of each other.
All that shit is totally internet. That's all it is. It only exists in the internet. That's all that exists in the internet. Like I said, there's not a chance anybody. Oh, I'm so offended. Well, fuck off then. Yeah. That's exactly what you get. Get the fuck out there if you're offended with everybody having crack and all that. It wouldn't last 2 minutes in the pub.
You get laughed to fuck out of the pub, wouldn't you? If you're actually offended by that, you don't have the right to go, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Have you had this gun?
They wouldn't go to the pub, would they? They wouldn't go. Them people wouldn't go to the pub, would they? They wouldn't.
You don't understand about mental health. Have a fucking pint, get on with it.
Yeah, get over it, you fucking soft cunt.
You can't say anything.
Here's a video of a dog running around with 2 legs. Fuck off. No, but it is. But but that's what he loved. He absolutely loved it. What's that? When me and Ash were working in Guernsey, we used to see him in the pubs around St Martin's. Yeah, well, that interview where he falls off his chair, where he's dicking around. When he pretends to fall off his shirt. That's when he was on Guernsey.
You can tell he's joking there. He
did it on purpose, yeah. I love that, though, with, what's he called? What this chat show? Richard and Judy. And he clocks how she's listening at what she's saying, like, and he goes, bangity bang, bang, bang. He does that look. Did you get what? I pulled your wife. I pulled your missus. But he was always a fucker for arm wrestling everybody, weren't he? He used to love arm wrestling everybody. Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, Ozzy Osbourne said that. He says I never realised how big fucking Oliver Reed was until I met him. He says I was in this bar, and then Oliver Reed walked in, and he said he's fucking huge. He said he's like a right big bear, and he said he walked up to the bar like this, and then he says he looked down and went, "Oh, I see we have tattoos." And I was just like, oh, fucking hell, he's going to fucking start on me now. He's fucking leathered like and everything. And he looks down and says, I have a tattoo. Would you like to see it? And I was just like, yeah. And he says, I thought he'd have a fucking anchor, or fucking something like that. Next thing, he whips his fucking dick out and he's showing me a tattoo of fucking some claw or something that I saw. And apparently he's got a cock on the end of his cock, hasn't he? Like a tattoo of a cock.
What is it? Is that
It's a cock. He's got a tattoo of a cock on the end of his cock.
Yeah. My mate, I won't mention his name, but I'm not sure if I've told it on here, but he's got Sid tattooed on his knob.
Sid?
Yeah. They got off the red first time on acid years ago when they were kids. And in between the trip, they decided to tattoo each other's names on each other's knobs.
Engine ink and a compass pen.
Yeah.
Compass thing.
So he's tattooing his name, I won't say it, and Sid has tattooed Sid on his dick at the same time.
They tattooed each of his names on it.
Yeah.
Try explaining that one to a bird then.
Why have you got Sid tattooed on your knob? Oh.
It's my mate.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Is this going to be that kind of relationship?
Right.
Yeah, but he was ace as well. And he was a really good actor. And he was a fucking really good looking bloke. But when he was younger, back then when he'd... that with the Shelley Winters and all that, because he was dressed up for a party. He had the tash for a party.
Yeah.
And he says, I've only just started growing it. I've actually penciled all this in. But he was a proper fucking good-looking bloke, you know. He really was, but...
It's a good interview, that, actually. I've seen it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The full interview, and you get the... Because she was being a gobby in
She
American.
wouldn't shut up!
You know,
Yeah,
you get what he's saying because he was been warned. So he's kind of gone there with you're not going to get away with this, not on my fucking watch.
Well, he went to wind her up. That's why he was saying all that shit to fucking wind her up. Because he knew he'd been, like I say, he'd been pre-warned that she was gobby as fuck. And he thought, right, I'm going to fucking get right on her case. So started saying about how women's rightful place is all behind, you know, in the kitchen.
And he took it well. He just stood there and went, yes, okay.
Yeah, he just sat down really cool.
The American Horse.
Johnny Carson, wasn't it?
Carson, yeah.
Yeah.
He did play it both very well. The timing of it all, of the, you know, just the cooler kind of went, it's normal.
Yeah. Well, he said something about, that's the thing about women's lib, isn't it? You know, they can do shit like that, like. Yeah, because no, he was proper. He was really good, but Reed once summed up his life as shafting the girlies and downing the sherbies.
What?
He summed up his life as shafting the girlies and downing the sherbies. He once stripped naked and jumped into a tank full of goldfish, and then when the police arrived, he said, "You can't arrest me. I'm the fourth musketeer." Oh, and then I'm one Johnny Carson interview and all. I think it was that. What was it? That one? It was that show. Johnny Carson says, "How are you?" And Reed replies, "I'm extraordinary." And then there was the classic one when he met Keith Moon for the first time.
Yeah.
Because they were doing Tommy together, weren't they? And they had houses next door to each other. And Moon went over to say, "I'll pay him a visit," because Moon had that guy that looks after him. And he says, "He came over in the helicopter, and he sent all the horses all fucking mental." He says, "They're coming into the grounds, and next thing, Oliver Reed comes out with a fucking shotgun and starts taking shots at the fucking helicopter." And he says, "We all proper shit it like and everything." Reed's there on the top, because he had that massive house, didn't he? That right big mansion that he had. And he says, they're taking a couple of shots like, everybody shit it. He says, "We landed, the pilot fucked off right away." He says, "But when do you know, he's a bit like Dougie Fiddler, isn't he? Do you remember Dougie Fiddler we met?"
Yeah.
He's a bit like him, isn't he? Fucking weirdo. And then when he came over, they stopped there for 4 days. They met up like and everything. He's, "Oh, it's you know." And Oliver Reed loved Keith Moon as well. He proper thought he were ace. Yeah. He says, what did he say? He said, I like to have a drink or something, but Mooney showed me the bazaar. You know, he said he took it down this fucking way, and he were proper. He were ace. Some of the stuff that they did, fucking. Oh, my nose is really blocked up. Struggling to breathe. But one of his favourite tricks as well was eating goldfish out of goldfish balls.
Yeah.
He'd just go in somewhere and there's a goldfish tank. Did you had a period of doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, not. Yeah, you did, didn't you?
Things
Down at
like
Trish.
that. Things like that, anyway.
It was Tristan, weren't you? You were trying to get the goldfish. Okay, got it, weren't they? At the curry house in Whalley.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Do you remember it? You were trying. Hey?
Yeah, what was I doing?
You were trying to eat the fucking fish. They had like a little thing, didn't they, with all the fish in?
Yeah.
So you went in, pissed up to fuck, and thought, fucking, what are you doing? Oh, I'm going to have a fish. Fucking, we're going to get fed in a minute. Fucking do you reckon, imagine if we'd have made it. Do you reckon we'd have been fucking still alive if we'd have made it fucking...
Yeah, it'd have been same scenario.
I think we'd have been, I think we'd have got through. I think
eventually grow up to a certain degree.
Yeah. I think about that a lot. I thought, what would it be like if we made it fucking big? You know, if when we were young and really fucking stupid. Like, fucking hell. Because I mean, we did enough things, didn't we, when we were fucking, without being fucking... What are you laughing at?
No.
He's petrified of small fish.
I know exactly what I'm about. That thing where you stick your feet in the fish.
Oh, to get you...
The
Will you clean your toes?
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't put my feet in. That's what's got me on a video, innit? Thug life, me.
Said you not like? Why do you not like this? It's the same thing with spiders, little tiny spiders. You don't like the tiny spiders, do you?
No, not tiny. It's the house spiders I don't like.
Well, I thought it was the little jumpy fuckers and all.
No, I don't mind them.
So what was that when you freaked out when we went crawling through that tunnel at, well, not crawling, at Duncan House, and you shit it, you ran back out through the river.
Yeah, I don't like them as well. I don't like them.
Oh dear, what's the Tintin Bums put acid fuel mutual cock tattooing. Now that's one of the eye for those DMT twunts on YouTube. I like you, Tits and Bum. You're a winner. The injuries on his face in that clip were from a pub fight. Yeah, apparently he didn't. It was one where he didn't try to get into the fight. He was in a nightclub or something, and it was one where it was fuck all to do with him. This bloke just fucking went for him and smashed a fucking bottle, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently that was one incident where he didn't fucking, started all himself. What else did he get up to?
It wasn't me, governor. Yeah, right.
But yeah, fucking because what was it? Oh, when he was on the Word. You remember when he was on the fucking Word?
Yeah, I remember that. What's that bird shit?
Yeah, it was that. But yeah, I know. Yeah, he was. But he was ace. But he was really good as well because he was Ace's Sykes, weren't he? Bill Sykes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking parts. What's the one with the elephant and
the elephant?
He has a huge presence of character, doesn't he?
Yeah. What's wrong with the elephant?
He goes over the mountains or like a mountain range with an elephant.
Was that supposed to be, what was it called? Who did that?
Hannibal the elephant.
Hannibal, yeah. Did he do that? Did he do Hannibal?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one. He's fucking ace actor though, because he was brilliant in Gladiator. He was fucking ace in Gladiator. Because that, what's he called, the comedian that he played? No, the comedian that was in it. You sold me queer giraffes.
Oh, he's the Persian, the Iranian
guy.
the
Persian guy, yeah. And he was talking about it, and he said he proper grabbed hold of me fucking balls. He said to try it all out, and he kept doing it or something. It was a wind up, and he grabbed hold of his balls. He was proper scared to death. He said, I was really scared to death, and he kept grabbing hold of me fucking balls, and everybody was laughing all up. So he said after about the fourth and fifth go, he said, "You do know I'm winding you up, don't you? You do know you're being set up like and everything." But he was and the Four Musketeers as well. He was fucking well good in that. He was ace in that. He was always really ace at that, right? Dark, like the Bill Sykes character as well,
Yeah.
He was fucking really good. I love fucking Oliver Reed. I said that wrong. I don't want to keep saying that.
Do you know? I think when I was in my first ever oil painting that I did, portrait, was Oliver Reed.
Was it?
Yeah. No, we sent. I put it in an exhibition, and it sold for not a lot of money, but like a decent amount of money at the time. I'm like, well, canal done all right, yeah. That was my first ever oil painting that I did. It was Oliver Reed.
Oh, way. Oh, I didn't know that. Because what was that film? He had that naked fight with the fucking guy. What was that one? You had to wrestle naked, didn't they?
Woman in Love.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And because he said we all both had a good play with your tackle before we did the scene. He says because I know there was supposed to be a big fire and all that. Yeah, well he said it was freezing. He said there's supposed to be a big fire there. He said when this big hole, it was all done with lights. You know how they do with the lights, putting this stuff forward to make it look like fires. It was fucking freezing. But did he have any relationships with anybody? Anybody?
Yeah, so he was married, weren't he?
Who were he married to?
Anyway, back to making knobs look better. By the time I got to the burns unit and all that, my knob has calmed down a bit, and well, I'm not as it's back with me anyway. But the nurse is fairly attractive, and she's saying, right, well, Steve, go and have a shower, clean it as much as you can, and I'm going to come in and bandage you up. So I'm thinking, right, okay, right, cool.
Were you all neat and tidy?
So that, yeah, I'm fairly fine, and so the morphine's kicked in, and I'm thinking, right, well, I'm not as worried, like.
How can you pull a face like that when your dick's melted?
Yeah, no, but I know she's coming in to sort of think, right, do we give it a bit of a shake? Get it a bit, looking better.
Can you imagine giving it a bit of a shake and the skin fly? Fucking
no, it's that scenario what he's saying, but I'm thinking, well, if I get it a bit going a bit, by the time she starts messing around with me, it's going to fuck off back in, innit? So do I just go, right, no, give it what I've got, or...
Did it go really in there? Did it fuck off and leave you?
Oh, fucking good. Proper let me down. Really let me down. Yeah. The fucking hell.
Man down! Medic!
I think, even though it was a dick, I actually think I called it a twat.
Hey!
You twat. Well, I'm just led there, like people fucking stay was looking like that.
I love the idea of you telling a part of your anatomy off as though it's like a separate fucking person.
It is a separate thing.
You fucking let me down, you have. This is too many times. This is too many.
Oh, just come back for a bit, please.
No, I didn't mean. You know I love you. I fucking love. We've been through a lot together. Oh dear. Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna go to the toilet. Put Keith Moon on next then.
I'll go to the toilet then. I'll put it on.
Have we done Oliver Reed or not?
I think we've done Oliver Reed. Anybody got any stories about Oliver Reed? I think I've done pretty much. I mean,
He's just found a small fish. Fuck off, Lord.
Yeah, he was always really good as well, apparently. When he smashed everything up, he'd always be around the next day with your cheque to pay for everything. He was a good bloke, was Oliver Reed, actually. I mean, I know he could be a bit of a twat-like and everything, but I don't think he was a bully or anything, as such. I think people would look at him in that kind of way, because he was such a big guy, you know what I mean? But I don't think he'd actually, pick on people as such, I don't think so. I mean, what the fuck do I know? I don't fucking know. But he was an ace bloke, but he did make a twat out of himself. Well, they made a twat out of him as well, didn't they? It wasn't right what they did to him. But he ended it. He died on Gladiator and all in the pub. They changed the name of the pub as well, didn't they? Because when he was filming Gladiator, he used to go into this pub, and it was called The Pub. And then he died. He had a heart attack, didn't he, while he was in there on the lash. He'd been doing the old fucking arm wrestling and everything all that day, which doesn't mean anything. I think he just couldn't take any more of it. And And then I think they've got a big sign up advertising now, all his last drink or something like that. The pub where he died, you know.
Oh, right.
Steve's knob looks like Nicky Lauder, and he's worried about girth. Miss Serenity's here. Hello, Miss Serenity. Hello, blessing to you all.
Hello, Miss Serenity.
Thank you, man. Well, welcome aboard, my dear. Welcome aboard. We're all about beer drinkers and Hellraisers tonight.
Miss Serenity's got a really good channel, by the way. I don't know if you could put the link up for it. I don't know how to do it and all that.
I don't know how you do that. Yeah,
Google it, guys. But she's got a really good chilled out channel.
Yeah. Hello to all new viewers. Yes, thank you very much. Hello to all new viewers. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. How's it going? You got this. Yeah, put your link up, Miss Serenity, if you want, for everybody to. Thank you all very much. Put your link up, Miss Serenity, for people who want to check it out. He was only 5'11". Really?
I thought it was 5'1". Oliver Reed, he wasn't that tall, was he?
I thought he'd have been about my size. Really?
No, he'd have been massive then, wouldn't he? Because he's really big and butch. And I didn't.
I'm big and butch.
Yeah, I know you are. But Oliver Reed would have been huge.
Don't say it. Don't tell everybody I'm not big and butch. I am big and butch. I've worked hard at being big and butch. You've set me off now. Right. Right. So the final one, well, not the final video that I have tonight is for the one and only Mr. Keith Moon.
Over here, the guy plays the sloppy drums. Follow the yellow brick road. What's your name? Keith. Keith? My friends call me Keith. You can call me John. And this is you got sloppy stage hands around here. Okay, that's enough.
Musicians are going to be big stars someday, just like Keith here. And we know what it's like to be on tour, going from town to town, ending up in some crummy hotel like this one. Let's face it, when you get to your room, the first thing you want to do is destroy it. Now, you take the final toss, buddy. Sorry about that. You feel a little better now, Keith?
Well, yeah, I've been sluggish and depressed lately, but that seems to have done the trick.
He got thrown out in loads of places. I think on his last English tour, he took home £47, 17 and 6 or something. No, £47 and 75p.
I'm glad you won't see or hear me as I fiddle about. Your mother left me here to mind you that I'm doing exactly what I really well want to. Fiddling about.
He heard all around the world. Peter nasty as well, by the time. Christ. Go on, man. And we were nasty. No, God, you carry on, Russell. Yeah, I don't want it. You just carry on, Russell. Go on. I'm sure it's going to be worth seeing. Oh, now you've been together now as a group for how many years? 10 years? Yeah, I'm leaving. No, wait a minute, hold on.
Mr. Moon, he was fucking aces, Keith. I think he was proper ADH of one of them fucking things. Autistic or something. He had something going on.
No, why? You're doing one of them. Why do you have to call himself? He was just a good character. You don't have to call it. He was just a character.
They actually said, they all said Roger Daltrey and all that. They said, I think he's, but I know, but I'm saying he was like, because of his, when we get into what he did, he was fucking the king of mental. He was absolutely, totally. Keith Moon was an absolute collector's item. He really was.
I think he's the nicest of these lot as well. He's the most likable. Whereas a lot of the other characters we talked about so far, the streak of you're a bit of a dick. But Keith Moon just so likable.
Yeah, but not towards the end, he wasn't. He went really dark at the end. Oh, well, I'm saying, you say,
I'm saying what we see and what the bits that you know.
Because he had a wife, all that time, a wife and a kid. He was only 19 when he got married, and well, he married because he got her pregnant, like, and but he was fucking full on fucking mental, was Keith Moon. He was so ace. He was just. When was he born? 1946 was he born, so he was another one of them from all that generation. 78 he died. But when he, he first, because he was like, when he was a kid, he was one of them, always just a bundle of energy, just can't keep still, proper. So when he found the drums, fucking, that's me, that's fucking me, his drums, and he went round, he got this guy that was where he lived. He was supposed to be the man you go to learn to play drums. And the bloke said, I got this knock on the door. And he said, before he even fucking asked me, I spoke to him. He's just shoving money through the letterbox first, giving it, there you go, there's your money. I really want to play drums and everything. That was what he was like, to show that he had the money. And then he was showing him, how to play drums. And I mentioned this story, and he said it had a good point, actually, because Pete Townsend, I seen an interview, we're talking about Pete Townsend, and Pete Townsend says, I never really rated him as a drummer. And I was like, what?
I get that. I can get that as a drummer. I can get that.
Do you?
Yeah, he's not.
Because he wasn't a straight beat type.
No,
well, he used to drum to the vocals,
Yes, skill wise, he's not the most skillful drummer, but he's one of the most charismatic, and his character in his own.
In the way he does it.
The way he does it is brilliant, but technically, no, he's not a good drummer.
Right. Well, he said he had good.
Yeah.
Was his timing always out? He said he was very good timing. Daltrey and I was saying his timing would go.
Maybe not the right word, timing, but he's very loose and lazy and.
Well, lazy? I wouldn't say lazy.
No, I'm totally describing him in everywhere wrong. I can do it.
Yeah, because they were so. There's one bit with the short Daltrey when he's talking.
Different. He's massively different.
Oh, he's unique. Well, unique is the word, isn't it? Yeah. But there's one bit where Daltrey's talking and he's saying, "Look," he says, "you could tell if you listen to the drum track, you can actually tell what song it is because he's drumming along to the fucking lyrics. He actually drummed to the vocal and he was showing it. And we're like, fucking hell, he does and all, doesn't he? You can actually hear it when he was showing it, like. But
and he really ever used an hi-hat. He did use one, but he normally he's always playing on the cymbals. He doesn't play on a normal hi-hat style.
Yeah. Well, he was never a straight beat type of guy, was he? Like, there was he was so fucking busy. But that was his personality, wasn't it? That said everything about him. How busy that drumming is how busy his fucking mind is at the end of the day.
That's what's going on in his head. Yeah. And he had that one of his drum kits. He had a goldfish bowl kit with it was actually fish inside his kit. In his
fish inside his kit.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Imagine being that fucking
aquarium
fish
kit kind of thing.
Yeah, and the thing about him,
I don't know much about him going dark at the end. I've never.
Yeah, I watched a big documentary. He was getting too much for him. Because
I think
just
everything.
Everything.
Swedish girlfriend at the end.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it was at the end. And
I think he actually died, didn't he, from the tablets that get you off alcohol.
Exactly. He took an overdose of the actual tablets to get him off the alcohol. Some people said that what they reckon happened was he was so used to just fucking throwing pills down his neck that he just took a fucking load, like he does in his mental way, and everything. And then because there's one with Roger Daltrey, they called, was it the Black Bombers? These fucking trips or whatever they are that used to take, whatever they were. He said he could take more drugs than alcohol. The Black Bombers, people normally take one and they'd be off the tits all day. He said he'd probably take an handful and fucking just throw them all down his fucking neck. And it to him, and he were fucking right,
Well, some people are different. I mean, one of my loony mates, I won't mention his name, but I've seen him take a handful of Valium, like probably 20 tablets, probably literally a handful. Scoff them. I've got books that I thought he's going to be in half an hour. We're going to be carrying him out, and 2 hours later, I'm thinking there's nothing wrong with him. And
Well,
I'd seen him, you know. And the people
Well,
get used to
I wonder if it's like if you're a bit that close to the fucking woohoo, you know, like mental side, whether that has something to do with it. You know, it's you can
Quite
take more of
possibly,
that
yeah.
shit, you know, because he outdrunk Oliver Reed. They had a fucking drink off. They went to Oliver Reed's pub because Oliver Reed had a pub at the end of his fucking mansion, and Keith Moon, who lived next door to Oliver Reed, as far as millionaire rock stars. Live round the back. He was having a hand shandy around the back. I went to blow my nose. I know what's going on with my nose. And but yeah, they challenged him to a fucking drink off, and they went into the pub and they went through 3 bottles of brandy each and fucking loads of stuff. And apparently Oliver Reed just that rate fucking collapsed, just proper collapse. Keith Moon stood up, said, "Fuck it, I'm going to a proper pub," and then fucked off back to his own pub and carried on fucking drinking there. You know, so he was just. I know. They're them stories.
Yeah,
I know. They're them stories. Like, but he was just. I mean, but the one where we just been watching, you know, the video where he put the cherry bombs in the drum kit. The guy who did it, the pyrotechnic, they put it in and they went through a trial, and it was like. It was really fucking shit. So fucking Keith Moon took the pyrotechnic guy out on the piss, got him fucking leathered, then said, "Come on, let's come back," and fucking shoved loads in. And when it blew up, Keith Moon were proper injured. The cymbal blew off apparently, cut all his hand. He had bits of shrapnel in him. Fucking Pete Townshend's hair. He says when it goes up, he says if you see it, it goes. It blows up. He said it fucking stays like that. He said it proper stays up like that. And he's patting himself out all over. Pete Townsend reckoned he was deaf for God knows how long.
There's that concert somewhere where it shows Keith Moon, he collapses. He's that proper gone.
Do you know what they take? Do you know what they take? Him and his bird are taking monkey tranquilizers.
What, on that one where he collapses?
That one. They'd taken monkey tranquilizers. She passed out about before the show.
Yeah.
He went on, lasted 2 songs in, and then completely fucking collapsed.
But
Who takes monkey tranquilizers?
They asked if anybody can play the drums. One guy went, yeah, and they got him up, and some guy played the. Imagine that as a drummer.
No way.
Yeah, somebody got up and played the rest of the gig.
Fuck. Well, that's a lot. What's he called does that a lot. Then Dave Grohl does a lot now. It's a big thing that now.
Yeah.
Getting people up to play like and everything, which you know it's cool like and everything.
Yeah, it's good that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Although I do remember seeing Man of War do that when I was at Eindhoven Dynamo Festival back in 99, 2000 was it? Oh, they were fucking. There's one bit right where they came on, and I don't know if they're a piss take band or not. They're so fucking.
Of course.
Yeah, but I don't know. They might be those unbelievably shite bands, you know what I mean? And they got this girl up, and so this girl comes up and it's like, oh, what's going on here? And then suddenly they rip her top off, and she stood there with all her tits out, right big plastic stupid tits. And they went, hey, if you learn to play guitar, you can fuck this girl. I was just constantly pissing myself laughing. And then he said, okay, one of our lucky guys has come up, been in the fan club, so gets to play along with one of our songs. Fucking hell. He got on and played. And it was like, it was the equivalent of you getting up playing guitar to one of those songs that you've never fucking heard as well, by the way. It was so bad. Do you remember when Arnie played We Will Rock You solo at our gig when he was pissed out of his fucking head?
Good night, Louise.
Good night, Louise. Remember, his excuse was, I played it right, but in the wrong place. It was like that. I remember absolutely pissing myself laughing. It was so fucking bad. It was just like, what? So, yeah. But anyway, they do that nowadays. Like, but, yeah, he was... what else did he do as well? I remember Roger Daltrey said he was absolutely fucking fearless. He said, honestly, God, he said he just didn't know. He said, I saw him once, this is no lie. He said he was 16 floors up, and you know the air conditioning units, like them big old back in 70s. So you have your air conditioning and big boxes on the outside. He was stood on top of that, about 16 floors, dancing around with a fucking brandy bottle in his hand. And another one was, Graham Chapman, you know, from Monty Python.
Yeah.
He says, so I went up and, Keith Moon says, oh, go up for a drink like and everything. So they went to his big penthouse. He were up top of this big penthouse. And he says, what do you like to drink? And Chapman says, I used to drink a load of gin. So I used to drink a lot of gin back then. So they looked and he said, oh, they haven't got any gin. So he rang down. He says, can I have a bottle of gin, please? Anyway, 15 minutes later comes up. He rings back up. There's a fucking gin. Where's the fucking gin? You haven't sent any fucking gin up. And he says, oh, it'll be up in 10 minutes. If you fucking don't send it up, I'm throwing the fucking TV out the window like and all that lot. 10 minutes passes. And then next thing he says, all of a sudden he says, Keith just went over to the window, opened the window, then went through the window. And he disappeared. I was like, what? He said, so I went over and I looked out the window and he said there was no balcony or anything. He said there was just a tiny little fucking ledge. He said, so I looked down to see, like, you know, if there's any blood and guts everywhere. There's fucking nothing. But there was no Keith. And he's like, fucking he's gone. He said, so I just went back into the room, you know. A few minutes later, Keith comes fucking staggering through the window. All right, I got you a bottle of gin. He crawled along the ledge and then broke into next door's fucking penthouse and got a bottle of gin out there fucking out of there. He's just, and then there's the classic one with Oliver Reed. The one where Oliver Reed, he says, he said, Keith Moon rang me up and he says, I don't know why. He said he had this fascination with having lots of supermodels in his room. He says, I've never understood why he was into that. And he says, next thing he says, he had this, it was really funny, Oliver Reed. He had this, Ollie, get your fucking arse out here, mate. He put his hand over like, he says, obviously, he must have had a pillow or something on his mouth at the time. And he says, so I goes round to his house. He says, I get it. He says, right, give us a list for this up in the top of the hotel again, in the penthouse. Give us a list for this fucking TV, will you? So we said, we picked up this big TV, so we get it over. And he goes, ready? 1, 2, 3. And he chucked it out the window. And he come down and, you know, proper bosh. And he said, next thing, the porter gets outside. He looks at us and says, the fucking are you doing? Answer the fucking phone, he says. Oh, the fucking radio's coming next. Oh, he's fucking is.
I heard him say that, but he hasn't even got a Cockney accent, has he? He's got a really well-spoken, very British.
He wasn't from a posh upbringing. He was from Wembley. He was like a rough end, but I think he does that for the TV and all that lot.
Quite
because
possible.
have you seen the one where they played? Where they played and he wants to do, well, we're not doing one of more songs. I'm sick of doing this, and he wants to do that to fiddling about Uncle Ernie. And they do that like, so I think he puts that all on, you know, for the, and have you heard the story, he's telling me that about when he got into his big hotel room, and he's with all his oppos, and he said, I had a fucking waterbed.
Oh,
I had a proper massive waterbed. I thought, right. So my idea was to get this fucking waterbed, drag it into the fucking lift, send it up to the top, and then just fucking drown everybody, you know, like throw it all out and drown all the tourists, like. So we fucking, as soon as we moved it, we pulled it like that, and it went, poosh. And he said the water just, there were fucking hundreds of gallons of water. And he said it just went up to her knees. All of a sudden, we were still up to her knees in water. And then all of a sudden, it went, the water just fucking disappeared. And the ceiling had gone. And he go poof, down to that ceiling. And then that ceiling went poof, down to the next ceiling. And he says, I actually did, somebody says, have you ever destroyed a hotel room? He said, yeah, I did fucking three in a blow. 3 in one blow. Oh, dear.
He fucking did say it like that.
He fucking did call blimey geezer. Oh yeah, when he was the one with Graham Chapman as well, he was banned from all the hotels, so he signed himself in as Rupert Wilde.
Did he not do the motorbike into Steve McQueen's, or was it swimming pool?
He did the Rolls Royce, didn't he?
It was a Rolls Royce.
He did a Rolls Royce into a swimming pool, didn't he?
Was that Keith Moon into Steve?
I don't know that one.
Anyway.
I'm not sure of that one. I know he did a Rolls Royce because what's that Pete Townsend said? He was saying he bought a fucking Rolls Royce again at Keith Moon. And the dealer rang up Pete Townsend. What did he say? What did he say? He says, "Oh, hello." He says, "Mr. Moon is he's bought one of our Rolls Royces. Do I sign it? What did he say? Do I sign it to the band The Who? do I sign this to The Who?" I said, "No, fucking no, you don't. You signed to Keith Moon." "Yes, but he's with The Who, isn't it? He's with the band The Who." It was really funny. They said, "No, fuck off. If he's bought one, he's fucking paying for it, you know." And he did one as well where was it Pete Townsend was saying, he said they were playing in America, and then they were leaving the hotel, and they had to go to the airport to go to the next gig. And he said they were about 50 miles away, right out in the middle of fucking nowhere. And he said we got halfway out, and all of a sudden kids get, "Oh fucking hell! I'm doing it again, cold blimey geezer. Oh fucking hell!" He said, "I'm going to do it your way then." "Oh bugger!" He said, "Oh bugger! I forgot something, chaps, and we'll bloody well have to go back." It doesn't work like that, does it? And he says, "We'll have to go back." He said, "What?" He said, "I forgot something. We're going to have to go back." Right, fair enough. So he said, we thought, you know, he forgot his passport or fucking something like that. So we turned round and went back. Got to the hotel. Keith fucking runs into the hotel. A few minutes later, comes back out again. "Oh, just thank fuck for that." I said, "What'd you do?" He says, "You forget to bring your passport." He says, No, I forgot to smash the TV up."
I'm calling bollocks on that.
It's a story.
It's a story. And it's a story. Right, next story. But
there you go. He always has to shit on everything, doesn't he? You know what I mean? He does fuck all day. I do stuff. I'm going to shit on this. It's a story. I don't care whether it's true or not.
I'm a right or wrong. It's a story.
It might be true. It could be true. Right, what have you got?
Fuck all.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I like Keith Moon. He was fucking
a fucking big knife and some very good dick stories.
Yeah. What was the, oh, can you remember what the show was? But when he did the drum thing.
No.
The Smothers Brothers. I'd never heard of it. I don't recall anything about that. You know, have you ever heard of the Smothers Brothers show? You know what I mean? It's just like all them shows and everything. And that big famous incident was something called the fucking Smothers Brothers show.
Why does David say Jimmy? LOL.
I have no idea. You're watching the wrong show, Dave.
You might be watching Jimmy at the same time.
Oh, they do that, don't they? They watch two at once, don't they? I don't quite understand that when they do that. But yeah, I think that's all I've got on Keith Moon, actually. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, yeah. And then, I suppose we've got to talk about Ozzy.
Ozzy, yeah. Again, another cracking bloke, innit? Yeah. Similar to Keith Moon, he's very harmless. He's not going out to be a cunt or
no, not at all.
It's just passive humour. He's taking the piss out of himself most of the time.
Yeah, he was just out for a crack, wasn't he? He was just totally just.
And that's what I like about the Keith Moon, the Ozzy characters, more than the Toole and the Harrises. They're a bit more bullyish. They're not bullies, but there's.
Yeah, they were though. Yeah, Harrison O'Toole were bullies. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I don't think Oliver Reed was a bully. I don't think he was a bully, Oliver Reed.
No, but I think he knew his strength as in.
Yeah, but I think everything was just a crack. Yeah, I don't think Oliver Reed was a bully. I haven't seen anything where he went around twatting people or. Do you know? I don't think he had like what's it called, that entourage as well. You know, to back him up or out like that, you know. But no, but I know what you mean. I think Moon and Ozzy Osbourne are of the same cut, aren't they? You know, they're cut from the same cloth, aren't they?
Very working class and just up for a laugh. They don't want to take life
Ozzy were
serious.
fucking well poor, weren't he? He said he would, because he did a bit of time in prison, didn't he, for burglary?
Yeah.
And then I remember when was he? Yeah, it was guitar. Tony Iommi, and he put in I didn't know he did an advert for a singer, Ozzy, wasn't it? Ozzy, like, you know, for singing for a band or something like that. And he said, I only know one Ozzy, and this fucking guy turned up. He was barefoot in these fucking like rags with a tap. He had a tap around his neck and a piece of string with a fucking tap. And then, well, obviously they gave me do like and everything, and he worked out well. But fucking hell, Ozzy was fucking. Well, there's some of the. I mean, but they're always funny though, Ozzy stories. I mean, the one where. What was it? Sharon banned him. She cut all his clothes up, didn't she? So he couldn't go out on piss. So he nicked one of her fucking dresses and went out on piss for about 4 days in one of her fucking dresses. And, what was the other one? He did that when I was watching that recently. Him and Sharon, because Sharon had just become his manager. Do you know, after he left Black Sabbath?
Yeah.
So they went in for that meeting with all
Her
the
dad was
records.
the manager, weren't he?
Her dad was at first, yeah, and then she took over later on, and he went in to meet all these record executives and all this lot, and I think it was for his first album since he'd left Sabbath, and they all walked in, and the idea was that he had those dubs, wasn't it? He was supposed to release the dubs.
Well, I'm going to carry on pushing you tell the story.
Yeah, it was also so he's supposed to go in, and there was the meeting of all these big record executives who knew fuck all about Ozzy and his records and all this lot. And they went in, and they said he had the album on us all like, what, you know, this is what we listen to all the time. It's like, right, load of fucking bollocks. Ozzy was fucking obviously well pissed as well, and so the idea was he walks in and he lets the doves go, the doves of peace, and he lets them all go, and it's all supposed to be a photograph and all this bollocks. And Ozzy really had enough, and he let one go, and then he thought, oh, fuck this, and fuck you. So he got hold of this fucking dub, put it in his hand, and fucking bit its head off. Oh, dear me. Oh, that went down well, didn't it? And he had the same kind of incident, with a bat, didn't he, on stage when he was playing. They were all, apparently they were chucking they had an idea, instead of having a food fight, you get loads of cuts of meat and all that lot, and you throw all the meat on stage, you throw it all out to the crowd, and just fucking awful and carnage being chucked around all over the show. And then Ozzy saw what he thought was a toy bat with all the wings sticking out, so he went over and bit its head off. And then everybody saw it, they're like, Ozzy, it's a fucking real bat. He's like, what? It's a fucking real bat. So we had to go and have all, what's it called? Rabies injections and all that lot. Fucking hell.
Warren, everything isn't a conspiracy, you know.
Oh, what's he on about? Ugly Duck. Everything isn't a conspiracy. No, it's not. I agree with it, Ugly Duck. Well played. Well done, Ugly Duck. I'm glad you come to my side of the room on that one.
Ugly Duck, I want to guess you've not been really watching the rest of the show tonight.
No, yeah, we've got nothing to do with conspiracy at all. We're talking about Beerdrinkers and Hellraisers, Mr. Duck, but welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Mr. Duck. Glad you're aboard. Yeah. So, yeah, Ozzy, he was a fucking... Well, he's fucked now,
Still
isn't he?
is.
Didn't he? He nearly went the way of Rick Mail, didn't he? With the quad bike thing.
Ah, yeah, that rings a bell.
He had a really bad accident on quad bike, didn't he?
How old is he now, was he?
Fuck no.
He's not that old, is he? But he's not that young as well. Early 70s?
Yeah, I would say 70s. I reckon he's about 70. Have a quick look.
I mean, I have shared the stage with him, by the way.
Oh, yeah, on your birthday. Yeah, that's right. He's 73-year-old. And his birthday is 19th of March, yeah. So it's 19th of March, he was 73. That's right, yeah. Steve's gone to put some E45 on his pink turbo.
E45 cream, that's what you're supposed to put, yeah. I'm probably at the stage where I can start creaming up Because really, it's very similar to tattooing. Your skin, because basically you're burning your skin, and how you've got to let it breathe without really putting any gunge on it. Just naturally let it be clean and avoid.
Tattoos burning your skin.
Yeah, tattooing is similar to a burn. The damage that you're doing to your skin.
All right.
Yeah, very similar.
Right, yeah, because fucking burns. Because he said that there was. Is it the steam burns that are supposed to be the worst? I remember they saying that. Where I remember reading books. When I've read books about like old war shit and all that lot.
Yeah.
And on the old World War II, when ships got hit and they had all the pipes that have steam, and they go and the steam would come off and the skin would just drop off them. It'd just fall off in chunks, like chicken and that lot.
But again, it's that damage when it goes too far. Like, Danny the fucking idiot. My son, this, by the way. My beautiful boy. He wants his other daft fucking mate, Max. He put a lighter under his arm for 10 seconds for a bet. Anyway, it soon goes through the pain barrier because then it burns your nerves.
Because it's dead, yeah.
So literally you don't feel it goes that bad. And that was the good thing about me, because I was still in so much pain. They said, well, because you've not gone through to your nerves.
Yeah.
So in some ways, just boiling water can be worse. Like in prisons, when you get swilled, they put sugar in water so it sticks on you. And
oh, right. So it sticks.
That's the idea with putting the sugar on.
That's what napalm is as well. Napalm's a jelly.
Yeah.
The idea of napalm. Clint's here. All right, Clint, how you doing, pal? I haven't seen you for a bit. What have you been, pal? Good to see you back, Clint. Welcome aboard, sir. Yeah, but fucking hell, I think burns have got to be the worst, haven't they?
I'll tell you what.
Are you still putting your cup on the side next to you?
Yeah. And weirdly enough, we were laughing about it, going to work, and I had a brew in front of me. I fucking spilled on my bollocks.
Fuck off. Oh my God.
You can't. I'm too old. It's not gonna.
Fuck! I hate that saying. I'm too old. I'm too old to stop doing. Yes, you do. You've right. So you went through all that pain. You went to fucking hospital. You burnt your fucking dick to bits, and then you can't learn from that.
No. Well, yes and no. You tried, on you, but it's an instinct to put your brew there. Comfy.
I never could understand that. I always think, can you not see what's going to happen? It's so, and especially to you.
You was right.
The
you were right. Okay.
Motherfucker in the whole world.
You had to be. You had to be right eventually. let's drink tomorrow. Hey, what about this? We went for a fancy meal, not fancy meal, but the Lobster Pot in Nottingham, seafood restaurant last night. And I'm sat there eating. I'd ordered me mussels and oysters and whatever, and I'm eating this. You're not froze, by the way. You're not froze. Let me carry on with the story then. Anyway, I'm eating this. I'm thinking, is it cod or something, or a fish? I said, excuse me. I said, this is the mussels, is it? And the guy went, oh no, I'll give you the wrong thing. I went, no. What do we do now? Are you taking the piss at what? Is he really doing this? Right, guys, is he frozen or not? You've ruined my story, by the way. If you're not frozen because the light's changing, you dick. The light's changing was you're not frozen. Right, it's getting fucked off.
You're getting panicky then. Where is he?
Well, I thought you really carry on.
No, I wasn't at first. I was reading something. I was looking on the stuff and I was going through stuff, and then I can't see you. And then you went, "There's was frozen." And I thought, "Hey, what's he on about?" And I thought, "Oh right, I haven't moved for a bit, have I?"
Well, fucking yeah, this is another story. Reed John's out there.
Hey, Steve, remember when you and Burnsy bet each other to put that candle out with your hand at Steve and Jackie's wedding? Burnsy's hand has a big fucking blister.
Was that Steve Jackie's wedding? Fucking hell. I think you're mistaken there, John. But yeah, that was there was them like glasses with candles. We started.
Right, I know what you mean. Yeah,
we started in Mallorca. The light, you obviously burn your hand, but if you held it with
it burns the oxygen off, and then it goes out.
Go out before it really burn you. But anyway, Burnsy fucking did it on one. I don't think it was that occasion, but let's just say it was Steve and Jackie's wedding. It wasn't, John. The candle was a lot lower, and maybe got some air, and Burnsy ended up in hospital. A massive fucking blister. Completely around the. And do you know what you're supposed to do if you have a blister? What do you think you're supposed to do?
Put butter on it.
What are you supposed to do?
Put water on it.
No, put what?
You're not supposed to pop it.
You are supposed to pop it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's what they did to me. They popped all the blisters and pulled the skin off, because they say if you're holding the heat in, the blister is like, I don't know what the fuck it's doing, but yeah, you have to pop the blister.
Well, it's the water, isn't
it? You leave the blister, just let it do itself.
Yeah.
Whatever you do, don't pop the blister. But no,
yeah.
With heat, you pop the blister so it releases.
Because doesn't your body put water on the burn? That's why it blisters.
Not
you know
sure.
what I mean? You've been burnt, so your body says, "Fucking get water on that and cool that down like fuck." That's why it builds up. It's water, isn't it? The blister's water, isn't it?
Yeah, it makes total sense. Your body goes like spitting on it.
Spitting on it, yeah. So your body says, "Fucking hell, that's really hot. Put water on it, so all fluid goes into there." That's why it blisters. And then
Because normally, something that whatever your body does it's to help you in some way, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Your body never does now to fucking kill you, does it? You know what I mean? Unless you have
like when you get working blisters as a kid, or you're not used to working.
The segs. Yeah. Segs.
Oh, it says sex.
Oh, sex. No, segs. Yeah, segs.
Sex blisters.
Yeah. When you get
imagine shagging that hard, you'd blister your dick.
Hey?
No, it doesn't matter. I just
No, it's because that's the way you calluses. Calluses is the proper word. It's calluses.
No, but calluses are after the like a.
Yeah, because it does that and then it grows back harder. You wear the skin away, don't you? And then it comes back harder, doesn't it? That's the idea. That's why we have tough hands, isn't it? You know, from our hard graft, Steve, from our days of hard graft. Right. Well, I'm calling that a do now because I'm tired now.
It's a do.
It's a do. It's a do, is that? So thank you, everybody. That was a good do that tonight, actually. And we're out tomorrow as well, actually, me and Nick. We're going out for a meal tomorrow.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, we're going to a new restaurant, and it's called Karma, is actually what you get. It's really good. It's a really nice restaurant.
How do you know?
You don't pay for anything. You just get what you deserve.